My husband forgot our anniversary, but his phone didn't. I've been married to my husband Ethan for 5 years. We've had our ups and downs like any couple, but lately things have felt off. He's been distant. Not angry, just detached, like his mind is somewhere else entirely. Last week was our anniversary. I'd planned a nice dinner, the same restaurant where he proposed. I even got a sitter for our daughter and wore the dress he once said I looked most beautiful in. That morning, I woke up to an empty bed. Ethan had already left for work. No note, no text, nothing. I told myself not to overthink it. Maybe he was busy. But as the hours passed and he still hadn't mentioned our anniversary, the silence started to sting. At 6 p.m., I texted him, "Hey, dinner at 7, don't be late." He replied half an hour later, "Sorry, can't make it tonight. Work emergency." That's it. No happy anniversary, no apology, just that. So there I was, sitting alone at a candlelit table for two, while the waiter kept asking if I wanted to order or wait a few more minutes. I eventually went home, put our daughter to bed, and poured myself a glass of wine. At midnight, I heard his car pulled into the driveway. When he walked in, he smelled faintly of perfume, not mine. When I asked about it, he brushed it off, saying a coworker had spilled something. I didn't push. I just looked at him and said quietly, "You forgot our anniversary." He froze, then gave me that wide-eyed, "oh crap" expression. "Oh my God, babe, I'm so sorry. Work's been insane. I'll make it up to you, I promise." I wanted to believe him. I really did. But something in my gut told me not to. Later that night, while he was in the shower, his phone buzzed on the nightstand. Normally, I would never snoop, but something inside me said, "Look." The message preview read, "Last night was amazing. I can't stop thinking about you." And the contact name? My Therapy. My hands were shaking. I didn't open it, not yet. I just took a screenshot, sent it to my own phone, and put everything back exactly as it was. That night, I lay beside him pretending to sleep while my mind raced. The next morning, he kissed my forehead before leaving for work, completely unaware. That's when I decided I was going to find out who my therapy really was. I spent the next few days pretending everything was normal, smiling, making small talk, playing the part. But behind the scenes, I was paying attention. His schedule didn't add up. Late meetings, canceled lunches, random guys' nights. So one Friday, I told him I was taking our daughter to my mom's for the weekend. Instead, I stayed in town. At 6 p.m., I parked near his office. I waited. Sure enough, Ethan walked out. Not alone. A woman was with him. Tall, brunette, confident. She laughed at something he said, touching his arm like it was second nature. That was Samantha, his co-worker. They got into her car and drove off. I followed them, heart pounding so loud I could barely think. They didn't go to a restaurant. They went to a hotel. That was all the confirmation I needed. I didn't confront him there. I waited until morning. When he came home, I had breakfast on the table and the printed screenshot of that message sitting next to his plate. He froze. "What's this?" I said. "You tell me." His face went pale. "It's not what you think," he stammered. I laughed bitterly. "You're sleeping with her, Ethan. What else is there to think?" He tried to explain, said it just happened after drinks one night, that he didn't mean to fall for her. I told him it didn't matter, because on the night we were supposed to celebrate our love, he was with her. He begged, cried, promised therapy, promised change, but I was done. It's been 3 weeks since he moved out. He keeps texting saying he's sorry, that he misses our family, but I'm focusing on myself and our daughter. Last night, I deleted the screenshot from my phone. Not because I forgave him, but because I'm finally done letting his betrayal take up space in my life. And maybe one day I'll fall in love again, but this time with someone who remembers what love actually means.